I'm setting up the stream so I can't see anything. Goes to a different screen. And now we are live. I don't know why that keeps coming up. Hello. Hi.
Kimberly's got the world behind her.
She's in space.
That's right.
I want to say the final frontier. Okay. All right, I am gonna real quick. There's Donna and share sound and just a second here. All right, here we go.
Come on, like this is such a look. I love it. Glass lips is a super elevated look and I love it at the moment, so let's jump into it. I usually like to cleanse my skin first, then exfoliate, then apply serum and SPF, especially if I'm going outside. Now, if you want to achieve a mirrored finished look for your lips, it's very important to exfoliate first. So this needs to sit on your lips for about 1 to 2 minutes, so while we wait, we'll just move straight into eyeshadow. Now that we've let it soak, let's scrub it off. Now we're gonna go in with our butter balm. And just like the sugar scrub, we're also gonna let the Shea Butter Balm sit on our lips, and until then, let's move into our brows and eyeliner. What I really love about this mascara is it gets in between all those really hard to reach places in your eyelashes. It just kind of gives you a fan effect, and I just love that. Last step before we get into our lips, we're gonna do blush. Now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, my favorite part is the lips. We're gonna start off with the lip liner. Instead of just lining the outer edges of my lips, I'm filling them halfway in, leaving the centers alone. Take the lip liner and sort of feather it out, and then after you go over with a darker color on your cupid's bow and like the bottom. This creates a two-toned effect to make my lips look more dimensional. And then finish it off with a clear or a nude gloss to bring out that ombre effect. This is perfect for a date night, going to the museum, out with your friends, literally anywhere. It's just a statement and you don't really need anything else. It's a great look.
Okay, so I love that so much. I want my lips to look like that. How about you guys?
Yeah.
All right. So some of you, and you know what? Here's my Kim. Yours are going to show up tomorrow. And I'm getting a message here that somebody can't get on, so I apologize. Here, hold on. So I have my pink pom pom. Okay, and yeah, and
It's little.
Michael and yours are in the mail. Kimberly, I'll drop yours off tomorrow. Oh,
Awesome.
all right. Something's playing. Great. Stop. Anyone can do this. It's kind of exciting. So, welcome you guys. So starting next week, it's next Tuesday will be the first Tuesday of the month. And some of you were on last week and some of you were not. I want to encourage you for all the details, like check out the replay from last week. But the first Tuesday of every month, we're all going to get on at the same time to 6:30. And ideally, we're going to invite friends and we're going to go over that tonight. But so from 6:30 to 7, a consultant will demonstrate some product. Now, next week, Alicia and I are going to tag team. So, because you can do however you want it. When it's your turn, you can do whatever you want. Okay. So we're each going to show like 5 favorites. Okay. And then we'll have a closing in the whole bit, and then we'll have a half hour of training. Okay. So I'm excited about having more interaction. Personally, I get tired of hearing my own voice. How about you guys?
No.
All right, so let's go around the table, introduce yourself, how long you've had your business, and share some great things going on in your business. I don't care what it is. If it's, I showed up tonight, you know what? Fantastic. But let's hear some great things. And Kim Cherry, you were first.
Okay. My name is Kim Cherry, and I've had my business, oh gosh, I have to think. 17 or 18 years, yeah. 17 years. And I've got two gals. I'm still trying to get signed up on the eStart. I sent them a message again today, so we'll see. But one of them, she bought like the big Cadillac set with the roll it bag a month ago, and she wants to have like a 10-person party in May. That's the first time like we're both available for it. And I'm like, if you do this e-start, it's not that big a deal, and you can have this as your
I
debut. I'll
can't hear
still
you.
come
This
and do
is
all the things, but this could be your debut and you're in business.
oh,
Like this would be great. So we'll see. It's kind of I gotta like give it to her a little bit at a time because I know she's a busy lady, aren't we all, but yeah, so that was my excitement for this
Awesome.
last couple weeks.
Yay.
Yeah.
So we've got till 10 o'clock tonight to get those agreements.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Kim R.
I'm Kim R. I've had my business 2 years, just last week or a week and a half ago. And what's going good? Today, I actually cleaned off my desk, I sorted, and I packed some little sample kits that I'm carrying around in my car. I went to the store a little bit ago, and I actually warm chatted a lady and gave her one of my little sample kits with my card in it. So
Hey,
that
that's
was kind of
fantastic.
cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, Michaelin, your turn. Oh, no.
Okay.
There you go.
I've had my business about 3 months, I think, or close to it anyway. And I've had a little bit of a slow start, just kind of, not a lot of action right now, but I'm still hopeful to pull it together but yeah, that's that's about all I have, sorry.
Hey, no, that's great. You know what? You're still here. If you're on this call and you have had disappointments in your business, raise your hand. Okay, so you're in really good company. Donna, your turn.
Yay! I'm the amazing Donna Harden, and I've had my business for 18 years. And isn't it fun when you wake up in the morning and you go to your computer and there's an order from one of your customers?
Hey.
Yay!
I love it. How about you, Alicia?
what are we talking about?
Share something great.
It's great that I got into my computer. Just kidding.
You've had a really good month. I think that you should share.
I mean, seriously, my own emails. I logged into Sean's email without a password, without a verification, without anything. But my own emails, I have 2 emails, and both of them were like, "Oh, we need you to triple authenticate yourself." And I'm like, okay.
So share something great. Who are
I
you?
know. Okay, so I had a new recruit this month, and I sold probably 1,200-ish, something around those lines.
How did you do that?
The only answer that's coming to me is a smart ass one. I made phone calls and I held appointments. And honestly, I listened to the voices in my head when they spoke, and I say that jokingly, but literally I had she's not on here, Lisa, my new team member. I had the thought, I was like, oh, my team member or my customer grooms dogs. I'm getting my dog groomed. I should get my dog groomed with my team member. And called her and she said, hey, I was thinking about Mary Kay and I saw a pink car and wanted to be wanted to earn one of those. And so it's like that voice in our head that we often ignore. Don't ignore that.
What if the voice in my head? Does anybody else hear the voice in your head? You should talk to her. Okay. And then you either do it or you talk yourself out of it because, oh, I'm wearing an icky shirt or some ridiculousness, right? What if the voice in your head is telling you icky things? How do you deal with that?
Is that a question directed to me?
Sure. Whoever will speak to it.
Well, usually the first voice is the God voice. It's the Holy Spirit, it's the intuition, it's whatever you want to call it. That it's a ping, right? It's a nudge. It's a God wink, I think Mimi calls them. And then the voice that comes after that, that's the bonquiqui, as Mimi likes to call it, right? That's the voice that's trying to talk you out of it. That's the less powerful voice. That's the fear voice. That's the excuse voice. And they're very distinctive. Like, they're very different. Go talk to that lady, give her your card, ask her, say hello, right? It's usually a do something, and the bonquiqui voice is usually a don't do that voice. I heard something the other day that said, like, I've never heard anybody say, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I didn't listen to my intuition. It's usually, I really wish I had. I heard the voice and I didn't listen, and I really wish I had. Like, we're all familiar with it, and we all have experience of not listening to it. And we've all had experience of regretting that.
Yes. Well, and we have a angel and a devil sitting on our shoulder, sitting in our brain, right? So anyway, that could be we could do a whole meeting on that. But I'm going to keep going. Did you have anything else you want to share, Alicia?
I don't know. Is there anything else I should share, Mimi?
Oh, Alicia. In a few minutes. Okay. So I said keys to success. So you know what, y'all, there's so many keys to success. I'm not going to like laundry. I'm not going to be like my top 10, but I do have 3 or 4 that I want to cover. And the first one is consistency. Okay. So consistency. How did Mary Kay define consistency? What did Mary Kay say we should do every week? Who knows?
Book, coach, sell, recruit.
Okay, there's that.
2 or something? No, 3
2
plus
plus
3.
Okay.
Sorry, my mouse off.
And what does that mean? What does that mean?
Oh, good gosh. You would ask me that.
Sell 300.
300 a week, 3 classes, and 3 shares, right? Am I okay?
And that was Mary Kay's guideline for the part-time consultant working and wanting to make money. Okay. Now, I believe that we have like evolved some. Some people are going to do 5 plus 5 plus 5. Some people are going to do 1 plus 1 plus 1. But I'm not going to sit here and say, Donna, you must do blah, 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 blah. Okay. Because Donna will click the off button and but I want you each, like on your paper or however you're taking notes tonight, because you will want to write some things down. Just, if either like my consistency is going to be, I'm going to hold 3 classes a month, 5 classes. You know what? If you're doing none, do 1. Okay. Like, but but pick your consistency. Is it a daily consistency? Is it a weekly consistency? Is it a monthly consistency? You understand? Like, I'm walking at least 4 times a week, 2 miles at least. Okay. So I get to pick when that is, but that's my consistency goal. Okay. For example. All right. So in anything you want to be successful and you've got to be consistent. If you're like, I do one over here, I walk on the 1st and then I don't walk again till the 20th. Am I going to get any results at all? No, right? If I go walking and I'm wearing flip-flops, what's my experience going to be versus wearing some good walking shoes?
You'll experience walking with flip-flops, but it won't be as great of an experience as if you are wearing some
Proper
nicer
shoes. Yeah,
Mhm.
proper shoes. Okay. So you get the idea. I'm not here to tell you what your goal needs to be, but I'm here to tell you we're all in business, and do businesses want to, you tell me, okay, for real, do businesses want to flatline and just do the same thing all the time? Do businesses want to drop, or do businesses want to grow?
They want to grow.
They want to grow, right? So there's 6 of us on here. That's 6 businesses that are in existence right here. Okay. So I want you to just kind of have that in your head. What is it that I'm doing if I want to grow? What am I doing? Okay. And if it's that you consistently hold an appointment, yeah, there you go, per month, then that's your consistency. If it's, I'm going to ask 5 people a day, 5 people a week, you get the idea, right? Okay. So that's one. The next thing that I have, key to success, is protecting your mind and your energy. Okay. What are you feeding yourself? What are you feeding your brain? Okay. And let me just say this. We've got our brain, Alicia talked about the good voice and the bad voice, right? The God and the devil voice that we all have. Agreed? Okay. We go to look for evidence, okay, without even trying. It's just what we naturally do as humans. If we expect, okay, I'm going to put it in non-Mary Kay terms. My whole life, I have seen my own self as an overweight person, okay? And then I say, I'm going to go on a diet, all right? And then what is the voice in my head that I've been telling myself for 50 plus years? What does the voice in my head say? Come on. Unmute, Kim. I don't know what you're saying.
You're never going to lose any weight.
I'm never going to lose any weight.
You're an overweight person.
That's
not you.
That's not who I am. Okay. Do you understand? And then, so it's important. So our brain goes to work to find evidence. Oh, see, look, you ate that Cadbury egg. See, I told you you weren't hey, I've lost 30 pounds. Okay. But so when I hear that voice in my head, I am now aware of it. I have awareness that I've got this voice. So I'm like, nope, we're not going to listen to that today. Instead of having 10 Cadbury eggs, I can have 1. Okay. I can allow it. Does this make sense to you? So how can you put that in Mary Kay terms? Somebody jump in. Don't everybody talk at once. How do we go to work in our Mary Kay to say, well, you didn't do it last time. What makes you think you can do it this time? Do we do that? You haven't earned a car yet. I haven't become a director. I can't keep 3 people on my team. I can't recruit anybody. Nobody wants to book with me. Do you guys get it?
Mm-hmm.
And then our brains go to work to find the evidence that we're not going to do it. We're not capable. Does this resonate?
Yeah.
Does anybody ever experience this?
All the time.
It goes so very deep too.
What do you mean?
I always have to look at when I was successful. Like, okay, yeah, but okay, so I haven't done something in a while because I haven't put the effort, but in February just by barely open my mouth, I got 5 new customers and possibly 2 team members. What the heck? So okay, yeah.
Yes.
You gotta do
Yes.
that. So you gotta shut the bad lady up.
What you do.
Lock her in the closet.
Duct tape. Duct tape. Okay.
That's right.
Alicia, you were going to say?
Yeah, it just all of those all of that those voices is, it goes to identity, but it also goes to like what you believe you're capable of, what you believe you're worth. And so, there's like, that's what I mean by it goes so much deeper. Like you said, that could be a whole meeting.
Oh, that's a whole weekend training class, that
Yeah.
topic. So Mary Kay taught us to feed our brain, okay, protect your brain so that you start slowly retraining your brain. So like I said, when I hear that voice saying, look, you're never going to do it, blah, 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 then I'm like, nope, duct tape, you don't get to exist. You can come with me, but you got to be quiet, okay? And you guys all are on social media, right? And one form or another, other than Michael, I know she's not really on social media, but you guys scroll, right? Do you guys scroll?
Yeah.
Nod your head if you scroll. Okay. So, I was on Janice's masterclass last night and we had a long conversation. So I'm going to invite you to, I'm going to give you a list. Now, do whatever the heck you want with it. But here's what I remember I don't know the date, but I remember going to my Facebook and saying, I no longer want to see all this negative stuff. So do you know people, and you don't have to say names or anything, but we all know people who are more on the negative side on social media. Would you guys agree? You don't have to unfriend them, but you can unfollow them, not unfollow, but yeah, you can click the follow and hold on, I have to look at it.
See less of them.
Where you see less of them, yes. And hold on, because you set your algorithm up. So hold on, no, I'm looking at something right quick. So if you are friends with them, you can unfollow them, but that's not the same as unfriending them, okay? You click on the blue friends button and it gives you an option. And you know what? I had to do that with some people, okay? Just because I go down a rabbit hole and I'm doing it right now. So I'm going to invite you to follow some of the following people. And I'm giving you and maybe you already do, but we've got Gloria Mayfield Banks, Pamela Waldrop Shaw. And I'm going to tell you right now, with the exception of 2 people on this list, I've either driven them in my car, okay, or I am on Zoom with them on a regular basis. Rachel Bond, and they're all different ages and different ethnicities and whatnot. Stephanie Brow, like your eyebrows. Tammy Craig Smith. Holly Lowe, Holli. Summer Ballard Fortenberry. I'm almost done. Kimberly Copeland. Leah Laughlin. It's LeahLauchlan. Ashley Orr Graves. ORR. Ari Hathaway, AURI. And hers comes up as Ari Hathaway Driven National Area. And Julia Burnett. And many of you are already a part of the Revolution National Area, which is a group. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that you need to breathe Mary Kay, but you know what? If you go and you follow those, then you will shift your algorithm. to where you see this stuff. Now, again, I'm talking about looking for evidence. So I want to see evidence that there is high levels of success. All of these people, very high levels of success. Okay. You might just get a quote, what I know is that what you will receive will be positive. And if you make your algorithm a positive algorithm, then you are going to slowly, it shifts your brain, you guys. It's just like reading a positive book 30 minutes a day. Your brain eventually shifts. I wish that, actually, I don't. If y'all had met me, Michael had met me 21 years ago, but I was already a different person. If you had met me 25 years ago, not one of you would have liked me. I didn't like me. Okay. So doing this kind of stuff, it alters your brain to look for evidence of good and positive and success. Okay.
Can I say
Please.
one thing about
Mhm.
stuff?
Yeah.
If you started your day and with a stubbed toe, then you're 5 minutes late to work, or you leave the house 5 minutes late, and because you left the house 5 minutes late, now you're in traffic, and now you've gotten to work 5 minutes late, and your boss yells at you, and when your boss yells at you, and then your kid has to come home from homesick, and like it's this spiral, right? Like, you guys know what I'm talking about because you stubbed your toe in the morning. The same thing is true of if you start your day with gratitude. If you start your day with 3 things that you're grateful for, then another thing, you'll be in line at Starbucks and somebody will pay for your drink. And then you're driving down the road and somebody lets you in onto the freeway. And then you get a bonus at work. Like, those are that kind of thing happens, and I will absolutely challenge you guys to do that for the next week and tell me what you notice. And Mimi, I can see the 30 pounds in your face.
Uh, this isn't okay. I just have to say, because she just said that. If you had talked to Alicia 5 years ago, you wouldn't have heard her say that in any way, shape, or form. Would you agree with that, Alicia? 5 years, maybe a little bit longer. So anyhow, the next thing I want to talk about is still social media. It's about your stories, and actually, sorry, after this, Alicia's not talking anymore. I'm just kidding. But about posting in our stories every day. Why, Alicia, can you talk about that for a sec?
So pretty much anything, the algorithms in Facebook are a thing. You guys have heard of that word, algorithms, right? That's all that everybody talks about is the algorithms. So when people are on Facebook scrolling, if you have, what are they called?
Stories.
If you have a story, your story is going to show up while they're scrolling because you're friends with that person. If you have hashtags, it might show it to random people who click on that hashtag. But if you're not posting stuff, then when they're scrolling, they're not seeing the stuff that you're not posting. And if people aren't seeing you, then they might forget that you exist. They might forget that you do Mary Kay. But if you post a picture of your kid and then a picture of your dog and then a picture of a flower that you see and then a picture of Mary Kay and then a picture and then right? I actually have it set up to everything that I share on my wall goes to my stories. If you don't have it set up that way, Google how to do that because I don't remember.
Okay. Thank you.
So everything that I post on Facebook, every picture gets posted to my stories. And it makes it a lot easier. Then you don't have to do multiple things. But when they talk about like post your life, don't be a giant billboard for Mary Kay. You want you don't want to be a giant billboard for Mary Kay because people are just going to scroll right past your Mary Kay stuff. But if you're posting this, that, and the other thing, a little bit of your life, a little bit of fun, a little bit of Mary Kay, and I think Mimi, you shared something that has like a percentage of what you should, how much you should do, and don't overthink it. Just like I'm putting Monday's the day that I put a mask on my face, and so you take a snap, I take a picture of the mask and I'll post it on social media and talk about how I'm not afraid to do that because and go for a walk because nobody sees me, and then it's a joke because obviously I just took a picture of myself and shared it on Facebook and now everybody sees me, right? But things that are, you know, the more content that you share, the more your algorithm, your friends are going to be, you're going to be bumped up in your friend's algorithm because you share a lot of fun things, of a lot of a quote. And Mimi is an expert at it. Watch her do it. She'll do a quote and she'll do a picture of the family and she'll do a my life because of Mary Kay, and then she'll do a product and right, like she sprinkles it. The more that you're posting, you will be boosted in your friends' algorithms because they're going to see stuff. They're going to see the fun stuff that you algorithms can get very detailed. Like I comment on a lot of pictures or a lot of quotes, and so I see a lot of quotes in my right. Like that's what I see the most of because that's what I react to. So if you can mix a little bit of a little video of yourself, a little text, a little quote, a little this, a little that, you will get more people because of how the algorithms track people.
No, that's beautiful. It's just like, think about it like when you're like you're pushing a shopping cart through Target, right? And it's like, Donna, there's Kim, hi. Okay. There's Alicia, she's got a new purse. Okay. But you're not in Target, you're scrolling on the phone, and Kim Ruggiero, you're real good about stories. You've always got stories going on. And there are people who just go and just scroll through stories. So just by doing what she was saying of sprinkling different things, you can have 100 stories going on at the same time, and people will just keep clicking through them. So they'll see, Kim's joke about music, and then something about books, and then there's a Mary Kay thing, like, anyway, keep it fun. But it keeps you relevant in their mind. Okay. Did I interrupt you? You're good? Okay. Again, learning from people you trade places with, something I forgot to say, those names that I listed, you might go, well, aren't you plugged in with Janice? Aren't you plugged in with this one and that one? So here's what I have observed is that some nationals and directors are very Facebook, Instagram centered. Some are TikTok centered. Some are YouTube centered, and some are not social media centered whatsoever. So you can be any of the things. Okay. Social media is just a layer. It is not your whole business. Okay. It's just a layer. All right. So that they go, I need some mascara. That girl, I always see that girl on Facebook. I bet she's got mascara. Okay. But instead of looking at icky things or cat videos, I mean, I gotta watch my cat videos too, but feed your brain with some of the leaders that I shared. If you really like Janice Trude is big on YouTube. She's got a YouTube channel, subscribe to it. I invite you to subscribe to Mary Kay US and Mary Kay Global. Okay. These are the places where if you're like, I need to learn something, or I need to put something positive, these are the places I would go, along with In Touch, like the digital library.
$1 million message.
$1 million message. Yes. In case you're listening and don't know what the $1 million message is, let me tell you the number. The number is 641-715-3900. And the password is 44336 pound. Who's ever listened to the $1 Million Message? Kim Cherry, tell us all what it is.
Well, it's I believe all the ladies that speak, it's a single person for each day of the week. So Monday, oh my gosh, I'm terrible with names, but
It doesn't
I
matter.
believe they're all daughters of nationals, and they are now like high up in the directorship or nationals themselves. And they do a message for the day. Sometimes it is 100% Mary Kay, some of it is personal messages sprinkled in with, you know, what they've gained through being a Mary Kay consultant or in the Mary Kay family. And yeah, it's always like a good thing. It's a uplifting, informative, and they're just positive. I like them.
It's something you can listen to while you like put your makeup on, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so tip number 3 is to use scripts. Okay, so many of you probably heard me with my script story. When I first got started, I was a manager at the phone company. I wrote scripts for a living. Or part of what I did was write script. So I'm a professional. I know how to write scripts. I don't need your script. Okay. And then who knows? I called everybody I know, and what did they all say? No. Okay. And then I called my director and I said to her, who knows this story? Is Alicia the only one that knows the story?
I do.
Donna, what happened?
You just told her it didn't work.
And
And
what
then
did she say?
She said, "What did you say?" And then you told her, and she said, "You didn't use the script."
She said, I can't help you until you're willing to pay attention,
Yeah.
and hung up on me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I was angry. So anyway, here's the deal. Scripts freaking work. And anymore, guess what we have to help us with scripting? If you don't want to sound, you know, silly, what do we have? And everybody said
ChatGPT.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm going to share something. I'm going to share my screen here in a second. But here's the thing. Okay, I'm yelling. Don't change the freaking words. You just read the script. If you're talking on them, you just read the words. Even, and you know what? You know when how it doesn't sound like you when you first start reading words? Who knows that feeling? Yes. But after you do it enough, guess what? Those words start to come out of your own mouth without even thinking. Like you can just use the words. All right. So I'm gonna share my screen. I want you to see, because this is truly what I do. Here's my chat. All right. So we have this event the first Tuesday of every month. Peek into Pink, 6:30 sharp. Okay. To 7 is when we're gonna do our product presentation. Okay. So you can send this flyer to your person, but what do you want to say? So chat gave me a whole bunch of options. Okay. And let's see. Script number 1. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Kim. I'd love to invite you to something special that we're just doing called Peek into Pink. It's short, fun Zoom where you get to experience some pampering, confidence, and what we're all about. It's only 30 minutes. Can I save you a spot? And then you shut your mouth. Okay. So if you need to write it down, write it down. Okay. Or we're hosting a quick virtual event called Peek into Pink, and I thought of you. It's super short, 30 minutes, fun, gives you a little glimpse into our skincare confidence and what I do. Would you like to join us? Or can I count on you to join me? Okay. The scripts are really important. So if you're like struggling with how do I do it? These are some words. Okay. Okay. And then tomorrow, Janice has a virtual skincare class. Now, maybe you haven't invited anybody, so of course they're not going to have samples, and that's okay. So hello, go away. So here I said, give me a couple scripts to use to invite someone to this, even though they won't have products. All right. Hey, Donna, I'm joining an event that has, I just changed it. I'm hosting a fun virtual skincare class on April 1st. I'm part of a fun virtual skincare class on April 1st. Even though you don't have products, you can just hop on, watch, and learn. It's super easy and relaxed. Can I send you the link? Okay. If you need any of these words, write them down. Okay. Do you guys have any questions? Okay. Short, sweet. Here's another one. Here is a live sharing event that Janice is doing with Summer Fortenberry, who, let me tell you, the Fortenberrys like had a huge part in making this company. Okay. So hi, Michaelin. I thought of you because I have a really fun live sharing event this Thursday. You get to hear from a top leader, and we're giving away 7 free e-starts. It's super short, inspiring. Can I save you a spot? Y'all, there's like 700 is the most I've ever seen. Between 400 and 700 people on these events. No matter who you get on, they're going to be blown away. Okay. And then the last one I did, there's a Mother's Day event on the 8th. Okay. So, oh no, that was they did the wrong thing. Sometimes chat doesn't listen. So you have to like give it more information. So, hi, Sally. I'm doing a fun virtual event all about Mother's Day ideas and gifts and pampering. Plus, there's some fun giveaways. You know, there's $400 in giveaways at every Janice event. It's super relaxed. You can just hop on and listen. Can I give you the info? Okay. It's not this spew bunch of Mary Kay on them. It's just quick and short and easy. Okay. Who's got a question? All right. So here's what I'm going to ask you. Who can you invite? Just name some people groups. I'm going to give you an idea, like my mom friends. Who else can you invite? Feel free to jump in.
Coworkers.
Yeah.
Friends
Who
from
else?
church.
Friends from church. Exactly.
People you meet in groups that you're part of.
Very good.
Old children and their friends.
Yeah. Somebody who bought an eyeliner from you. Somebody who said, I am not interested in Mary Kay at all. What would you say to her? How would you like approach that?
Ask ChatGPT.
Do it, Alicia.
Fine.
Because will some people say no?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's timing. Okay. Tell me when you're ready. You could even say, as part of my training, guess what? Training is never out for the pro. All right. We're all always learning. So you can always say, as part of my training, I'd like to have a guest on this event. Could I count on you? Okay. It's just part of my training. Can I count on you? You just be there. All you have to do is turn your camera on and sit. It's really not that hard. Okay. Alicia, what did it say?
Still typing.
Ay.
So these are like specific reasons why. Like if they say I'm too busy, totally get that. Life is full. If I shared a quick option that didn't require you to attend anything live, would that feel easier? Or no worries at all. If you ever want a quick sample experience you can do on your own. I've got you.
Yeah, that one's kind of generic, like doesn't get them to say yes or no, but
Right.
yeah. So ChatGPT is your friend, Copilot is your friend, all these things there, you can use them for free. Okay. So the next one I have, this is my last one, is educate yourself. Okay. It's up to you to educate yourself. I'm giving you like some things to like run with, but everything you need to know is on Mary Kay in Touch. Like you never need to go to YouTube. You never need to go to Facebook. Everything is on Mary Kay in Touch. You could be dropped on a desert island without a director or access to any other Mary Kay people. And as long as you had access to In Touch, you would be just fine. Okay. All right. So alongside that, I'm going to say there's new foundations coming. If you haven't heard the news, there's new foundations coming. They come in May. All right. So I know that I will have all the training for it starting tomorrow on my In Touch. I think yours won't happen until the 15th, but it might be tomorrow also. I honestly don't know. Okay. But when the training lands, it's up to each of us to sit down with In Touch for a few minutes and learn. I do have a conversion chart already, but it's important. We have tools on our personal websites, on your My Shop, that can help somebody figure out their foundation shade. So you don't, it helps you. But I just want you to be aware. All right. Foundations are coming. Now, does that mean that if I meet with somebody tomorrow that I'm not going to show her foundation? Nope. Still going to show her she still needs foundation. I don't want to give her a reason to go to MAC and get foundation. Right. Okay. That, and then the last one is events. Like plug yourself into events. Look at the calendar that's already out and say, which events am I going to make sure I plug into? What works for me? Okay. And with that, I'm going to give you a reminder that we have our career conference watch party on the 11th of April at Kathy Laughlin's house in Clovis. If you live on my end of town, you're welcome to ride with me. And it is a potluck. Okay. So you guys are coming? Coming? You can't come? Oh.
A race in Arizona. So we'll be traveling home literally on the 11th.
That's okay. I can share some stuff, but okay. So let me know what you're bringing if you are coming. Okay. And then the next thing I have is Kim Ruggiero has a topic for a moment. Go for it, girl.
So I'm our preferred customer, our PCP. So that's coming up. Sorry, my camera is a little bit wonky. So anyways, I have I
hear you.
PCP. Yeah, I thought it muted for a second. So PCP is like a great way to stay in communication and follow up with your customers or your friends. So really what it is you sign up on your website, you sign up your customers for a catalog. So the summer catalog, and I have my background on, but the summer catalog is coming out. This one was the spring one. And I have like 15 people that I have on my PCP regularly. And they get a catalog with a sample in it. I actually still have one of the catalogs that has the last one for the spring, which is the hydrating mask, which by the way, my sister loves, and now she's going to order from me. So that's awesome. Yeah, I get that. This one is still up from, I think it started middle of March, and it goes until April 17th, I think is the last day. And then the catalogs start shipping, I think the 7th of May, somewhere around there. And so what I planned on doing is sharing with my customers and any new ones that a new catalog is coming. And they're going to come around May. So look for it. And I think the last time I sent text messages about a week before I knew they were shipping, hey, be on the lookout for your, Happy Mail is coming. It has a sample in it. And then I think the week after or so, I followed up with them again and said, hey, did you get a chance to look at your catalog? How'd you like the sample? And I think I did a little video and shared with them of me using the hydrating mask. So that was kind of cool. That's when my sister said, I'm gonna try it. And if I like it, I'll order it. So I think she's ordering 3 hydrating masks. And I was like, well, mix and match. Let's try and get you to order more than that. Yeah. So, but that's kind of what I do with it, but it's a great way. I think it's 95 cents. So, I mean, you can't beat that for mail. To do it on your own is going to cost you more. So it's a really, really sweet deal. 15, add more. In Walgreens a little bit ago. I'm going to call her and see if she would like. It'd be great.
We can't
Keep
hear
your
you again.
customers informed. This thing.
There you go now. No.
Piece too. So.
Okay. Well, I think we got your PCP message. Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
I took my earpiece off, so I'm hoping that helps. All right, can you hear me better?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. It was probably my earpiece. It's probably been in my ear too long. So yeah, so I'll follow up with this customer or this potential customer, this lady that I warm chatted in Walgreens. I went grocery shopping today and I forgot cooking oil, so I needed to jump to Walgreens real quick, and I did that, and she was in the line, and I said, hi, how are you? And she's like, good. It had just started sprinkling. And I was like, oh, what about this weather? So just random stuff. And then she saw that I was wearing my hat, and I have Mary Kay on it that I stitched on it. And it's on the back. I'm wearing a bun, so it was on the back. And she's like, oh, you do Mary Kay? And I said, yeah. I said, would you like a sample? I have my card in here. And she's like, yeah, of course. And so I was showing her it. And yeah. So it's just really, really
Awesome.
simple, but yeah. So, but PCP is a great way to get product and catalog out to your customers and keep them informed. So
Fantastic. Good job, Kim. Kim Cherry has something to share real quick.
So while we were on the meeting, I was waiting to hear back from the 2 gals that were signing up. One just finished her agreement, so yay, I'm a senior again. I'm still waiting on the next one, so yeah, it'll still make me a senior.
Hey, that's fantastic.
This is the one that wants the party in May with at least 10 people, so I'm stoked.
Good. Okay, I have one more thing, and then Donna's going to close us. Star Consultant. Okay, so the Star Quarter began on March 16 and goes through June 15. Okay, so it's only been going on for 2 weeks. All right, and I got 2 things for us. All right, 2, and the first one is because I'm part of Janice's masterclass. She's going to be doing a massive STAR event. We'll have a flyer in the next couple of days, so there will be a virtual event for everybody. And one moment while I share screen. And I'm so excited. I got this idea from a consultant. I was talking to her today. So be a star this quarter, and we're going to go to brunch at the Darling Hotel in Visalia. I'm going to drive, And brunch is on you, but the mimosas are on me. Okay. So if you're a local consultant, this will be for you. If you're not a local consultant, I will have something for you as well. But guys, this will be super, super fun. So I just double dog dare you to be a star this quarter. All right. And hold on. Let's see. Richard Rogers died. Did you guys see that?
Yes.
And since it is almost April, let me just show you. These are my, this is my incentive. Okay. When you do 600 this month wholesale, you're going to get this Boss Babe nameplate because you are a freaking rock star. And there's something for everybody. Everybody can win. Okay. And you can get all of them. If you just do 3 shares with me, 3, 1, 2, 3, that's you and me and Susie Q on the phone for about 15 minutes. You're taking notes and I'm presenting the opportunity to her. You are listening to how we do it. It's completely for your training. But guess what? If we meet with 3 or more, you will probably end up with a team member. Okay. Now, there's no pressure on her at all. All right. But if we do 3 shares, you're going to get this pink desk mat, not all the other stuff on it, but the pink desk mat is going to be yours. And if you bring 5 guests through all the events we've got going on in the month of April, bring 5 guests to events, then I've got 4 makeup towels that you can use at your own appointments, or you can use them for your own face. Okay. So washcloths for you, all business building stuff. Okay. So be excited. Be excited. I'm excited. Any questions? Okay, Donna, take it away.
Okay. I have a little cultivating your new life, rebirth and growth like spring, right? Focus. Just as spring brings flowers, God invites you to a fresh start, clearing away old habits to make room for new growth. Scripture. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I'm doing a new thing. Isaiah 43:18 through 19. And reflection. What winter habits or worries is God inviting you to let go of to experience a spring in your soul?
You love it.
Yes.
Love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see. There's a heart. Yeah, there's a You guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you all for your participation. And let's make it a great week. It's been an extraordinary month. You know, I don't know what it is about the last couple days of the month that y'all like. So yeah, last I looked, we were sitting at like 8,500 in wholesale. I'm so proud of the work and following up and meeting with customers and all of the things that are happening. So just keep going. Love you. Okay.
Good to see you all.